Hi, I got a request to react to NTU MTP. He is the prince of VPop. So my first question was, who's the king? But the song is titled, it's kind of weird. They translated it like directly, late at night, why still that? But I think it's like, why are you still there at late at night? Or why are you still up late at night or something like that? But I have never heard the song, absolutely no expectations. So let's get to it. Wait, so his name is Santong MTP, and this is MTP Entertainment. Does he own himself? Like, is he his own label? If he is, I'm already impressed. And he managed to become the Prince of VPop. That's a nice riff. Is he writing his own songs and composing them? Nice hands too. But that's a. It's so easy to remember, and it's so nice and so laid back. Cute. So I actually read the lyrics. I absolutely have no idea, no knowledge of the Vietnamese language at all. So I read the lyrics before I watched the video. But okay, so two things. Well, three. One is that I really like the intro beat. That riff is so good. It's so easy to remember. Um, that's the song hook. So that's one. Second is that the imagery itself is so monochromatic. So there's the dominance of ivory and white and off-white, which makes everything look so clean. It allows you to sort of concentrate on the specific element that they want you to concentrate, which reflects very much the lyrics. The song is about a guy who's just talking about and thinking about the girl that he loves. And it's about him, just his head is just full of the girl. And the imagery is just full of a single element that they want you to concentrate on. It's so tight and so simple. There's just one element they want you to look at. So when that clock came out, that's all you need to look at. The imagery, the video imagery, and the lyrics is actually in sync. They're very consistent with each other. And then there's the beat that hasn't really changed all that much. So he laid out that bed that he has been using until 1 minute in, and that's still consistent with the imagery, which is meant to be simple. The beat is simple, the melody is simple, the imagery is simple, and the lyrics is very simple. So far, everything is working in sync, and I think that's really very smart. I don't know if he composed this himself or if he wrote this himself, but if he did, it seems like, I kind of feel like he did, because he gave the idea that he was doing all of this bed himself and stuff. But so far, so good. I wish there's an English translation. And the imagery, so the color is so simple. Also, another thing that I really want to recognize is how he was able to maintain this Vietnamese sound, so that he would go slow and fast. That's very Vietnamese. Sorry, I can't copy his melody and his beat, but that it's like it goes up sharply and go down sharply. That's very Vietnamese, and that's even the way they talk is like that. That's why it's Santong MTP. So because there's very sharp up and down. The intonation is very very important for them. So dun 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 dun. It's very Vietnamese, and I've always loved it. I've mentioned it so many times before. When an artist actually maintains a very local color, if they maintain their local sound, I appreciate it even more. Okay. But he's been able to modernize it. Nice. He's saying hug me, hug me, hug me. Oh, there's a girl. What's that spray for? Is that a product? Even his rapping is very Vietnamese. He was able to infuse the Vietnamese traditional sound into something modern. Is that an actual tattoo on his chest? Oh, there's a girl again. Is she supposed to stand for something? That's a Is that an endorsement? It's nice how he was able to use minimalism into to further enhance the message. So everything in his head becomes small. Um, because it's occupied by one thought, and that is the love that he has for the woman, and that's very smart. Like, so there's a minimalist, the model of the house. This he's in this. He has a like a an astronaut helmet, but then he's confined in such a small space. So all this huge imagery, this universe becomes really small because everything is occupied by one thought and one love, and that is for the woman. Very smart. So she is supposed to stand for something. She's there again. Is she supposed to be the girl? Nice. Nice imagery. It's just hug me, hug me, hug me. Aside from what I have already said, if there's anything I want to emphasize, actually, of all the things that I said, is just how he was able to infuse the Vietnamese sound. That's very, very important to me. I think when Asians are able to infuse something very local into something very modern, it's way beyond just paying respect to their own culture, but it's actually assertion of their identity, and I appreciate that very much. Then there's the other thing is that there is a very slight like roughness in his voice that I like because it sounds more raw. Like I hate using that word, but it sounds more like authentic. It doesn't feel so rehearsed. It doesn't feel so auto-tuned because there's a certain roughness in his voice that you can hear, that's amazingly stable even when he carries on a sound. When he sustains a note, it's stable even though there is that roughness. So I like that part very much. There's also a certain thing, it's just a waste that there is no English translation in there's no English subtitle, but there is certain very smart use of words in his lyrics. If he wrote this, kudos, it's very smart, but I feel like it's just not so hard to appreciate it because the way that they translated it, they actually literally translated it instead of contextualizing it. So there's a part where he says, my poems are weirdly sweet, as if they are hunger for that taste of your love. So he's saying that that the words, how I interpreted it, is that the words, no matter how beautiful they are, aren't enough to actually communicate the sweetness of the love that he feels for her. So I think I just felt like the use of the sense of taste is such a smart way to describe how inefficient words can be to encapsulate a specific emotion, considering song is a song is 50% words, and second, they say that the sense of taste is actually the first sense that we develop, right? That's why kids actually like, babies, infants actually like putting things in their mouth, because that's one of the ways that they can identify it. So the way that he used that sense of taste to describe something so intense such as love in a platform, in an art that relies on words, the way he used those three elements together, and the way that he said these elements, the words that we have developed, the way to the words, that the language that we develop so that we can communicate, that's never enough to communicate the sweetness of my love for you. So I thought that was smart. I also like that he didn't push it. There's not a lot of elements in the song. There are no moments in the song where he tried to do vocal acrobatics or pushed himself to sing a high note to impress anybody. The song wasn't about that. It was very laid back, and he just really wanted to sing about the love that he feels for this girl. Next is that he was actually consistently using one music bed throughout. He would add certain elements, but that, which he demonstrated how he created it in the beginning, he used it for the entire song. So if you take out his melody and whatever elements he adds on the chorus part, you will see that it's actually the same beat the entire time. So it sounds like he's transitioning to something else only because he's changing his melody, which I think is very, very smart. So all in all, nice recommendation, thank you, and I would like to hear more of him, and I hope that there would be somebody that would take the time out to actually transcribe or subtitle the songs that he sings. Thanks.